Chinese one is a bit emotional. Malay one a bit funny, carefree. Tamil one a bit energetic, violent and stuff, right? I feel maybe there is some influence this has on how people are.
Just say.
You guys watch a lot of movies, right? Have you all watched movies in a different language? Something that you don't understand?
Yes. And I think it's Thai. Mostly Thai actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Thai movie, like horror movie and all this.
I got watch Thai and Cantonese. Like last time, Cantonese in Hong Kong, right? Cause then they will put subtitle lah. Just watch.
Okay, have you all watched a Tamil movie before?
Wow, never.
Never watched before?
Never. I also never.
Okay, I don't know whether like this movie that I always recommend you guys, Three Idiots. But I don't know which
Not Tamil.
not Tamil.
Probably Hindi or something. So you've watched that lah?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
fantastic.
so good. 10 recommendation.
Okay, good. There is a new Tamil movie and it's a bit different from our regular movies. Have a look.
This is Singapore.
Singapore?
It's like a club.
Oh my god.
Wow! In the cinema?
Yep. So that is...
Oh!
This is not the first time it happened. And I know this is quite common with Tamil movie.
Yep.
Everybody go in. I know there's one that is quite exaggerated one. They like bring fireworks, sparklers inside. Then when they watch movie, right, they all just keep on shouting. And I think it's by Shah Rukh Khan, is it?
Oh, Shah Rukh Khan. Then probably not Tamil lah. Maybe.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Okay, so that was a clip somebody shot on the opening day, the first day of that movie. And this movie apparently is like a huge thing right now.
Because I don't know this movie, but I know I heard of VJ.
Yeah. Same.
So this is also a foreign movie to you, right?
Yes. I've only watched Tamil movie once in the cinema before. So yeah, it's quite foreign to me also lah. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because this movie is drawing crowd of a different nature also. So let me play another video for you all.
The greatest of all time. The movie was full of surprises. While watching the movie, I thought tak dapat view. But after this, Venkat Prabhu is the book.
Okay, so a group of friends, Chinese guys, went to watch the movie and they really enjoyed it. And from the looks of it, it's like they've watched movies from BJ before.
You know, this is like having a club in the cinema. It's way cheaper, other than drinks lah. You know.
I can imagine the experience watching a movie like this with everybody being there and it's okay
Hype up.
with hype up. I'm quite surprised like what you say is different because there are Chinese people going to these type of things, right? We don't know or have never experienced this in Singapore before. We don't know this is the culture in Singapore
Exactly.
even. I've seen a clip but it's in like India or something like that.
So now that we've seen a group of Chinese friends watching it, I want to ask you all this. Do you think watching movies from different cultures will help us to understand and connect better with other ethnic groups?
I think yes. Because right, it gives us a very superficial understanding of like the culture. Because movies, right, a lot of times, right, to depict the culture that they are depicting the best, they use stereotypes or things that is very commonly known. So when you watch a movie of a culture that is entirely like unknown to you, right, you can learn one or two things from the stereotype that they show.
I think one of my experience, right, is when I was in Denmark, right, there was this lady, she asked me, am I from China? Then I was like, oh, I say I'm from Singapore. Then I say, oh, why? Like, because it seems like she's interested in something. Then I asked her, she said, oh, because I watched this Chinese show. Then apparently it's like a famous show lah, you know. Then I was like, oh, then she start to like, we start to have a bit of conversation. She says she's like learning a bit of like Chinese words, you know. Then she says she want to visit China, that kind of thing. Then I was like, wow. And I realized, right, this is how it all started. You started through usually music, through movies, and then because of that, you have the keen interest to understand that place, that culture, that nation a bit more.
Yeah, actually, it makes a lot of sense.
Like last time I watched Slumdog Millionaire. Yeah, it's English. It's in English lah, but like I get to know a lot about like India based on, like you said, maybe it's a stereotype, but like they go through a whole journey of how he grew up in the slums and then like, you know, the beggars and all. So I believe this thing happens in India lah. I get to know a lot from that movie.
Okay, so you all mentioned about stereotypes, right? I'm going to drop a few stereotypes. I don't know whether it's true or not. Like, it may not be true at all, but
You can't cancel one.
maybe I got chance. It's not positive stereotype lah. Because I have watched Chinese, Malay, Tamil movies. I've watched not many lah, few, but I've seen the differences between these movies. And so I'm going to drop some stereotypes and then ask you all a question and see whether you all think it is true or not lah.
Okay.
The stereotype is this. These movies usually have a certain trope, and those tropes bring out a certain emotions. And those emotions will eventually engender certain personality types. So when you watch Chinese movies, this one you all can probably attest to it. A lot of times, there's a lot of maybe like sentimental, emotional, love, romance kind.
Yeah.
And sometimes a bit like they're scared of this, scared of that stuff. So like a bit
Superstitious,
kiasi a bit and stuff.
And you know what's one stereotype or not? It's always about money, no?
Yes,
Like always about money and fighting over assets.
Chinese got two kind of movie: gambling or kung fu. Correct.
But I got watch the romance one.
Actually, a lot of Chinese movies they have this like love trope and all.
Yeah. So actually, right, I realized a huge difference, right, when you talk about it, right. Chinese movies or dramas, they are towards the emotional, like very emotional kind of feelings. Because right, I realized like there was this one day I reflected, how come I am so emotional and so into like a deep feeling? Then I realized it's because of like the
Watch a lot of Chinese shows.
yeah, and because of that, right, like years ago I start to stop watching all this. So I start to like watch other things lah. That's why really there's a huge difference there because the more you watch, right, the more you sink deeper. Because for me, sometimes like when I watch, right, it affects my emotion the whole day, and that kind. Yeah.
Actually, I resonate with that, and I'll share more about it later lah. But for now, let's go to the next one, Malay. So Malay, if you all watch Malay movies, right, a lot of times they're very carefree, very chill. Of course, it's very similar to how the people are also, but the movies themselves, the characters are very carefree. They like to make jokes, like to disturb each other, that kind of things.
Friendly vibes, oh.
True. And then lastly, Tamil movies. Tamil movies, one thing I realized, action-packed, very energetic.
That's the stereotype I know on Instagram, bro. All the memes, they shoot one arrow, they can have like 10 scenes of the arrow moving, then the person die, another 10 scenes.
And also quite violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized.
And so based on these stereotypes, which may not be true lah, but I mean sometimes you grasp on this when you watch. So Chinese one is a bit emotional, Malay one a bit funny, carefree, Tamil one a bit energetic, violent and stuff, right? I feel maybe there is some influence this has on how people are. So those who watch Chinese movies, they tend to be a bit more, sentimental, like you say. Sometimes you feel emotional and stuff. Those who watch Malay movies, they, lepak one corner. And those who watch Tamil movies, sometimes they are a bit aggressive and things like that.
The fact that, right, your mom, there was this period, she watches a lot of the Chinese drama. And the Chinese dramas are the one that are really, really sad. Like, got a lot of plots, like, wow, this one very poor thing, that kind of one. Got one, and then she still record and watch, like, a few times kind. So I feel like this kind, right, is because, and also because, like, you are who you are. I mean, you are who you attract, ma. Or, like, when you want to watch this, when you want to watch something, right, it's always how you are. because you will choose towards that direction. Like let's say I don't fancy Kung Fu one, so that's why I would never choose like a martial art related kind of.
Okay, so there's an interesting thought. Let's say now you say that it is how you are and you watch those kind of movies. You
Yeah.
are more, maybe you resonate with that or something.
Yeah.
What if I throw this idea in that if you continue watching these movies, you will become like that?
Yeah.
Do you all think that is true?
I think might be
Will
because
affect.
of two reasons. Maybe one is you will slowly, subconsciously accept that is a norm. Secondly is if you are already doing that, it acts as a justification that this is like my life, and like what I'm doing, like there is a certain form of it's okay, or like this is what people do anyways.
Like similarities.
Then that entrenches the behavior or certain traits.
So lastly, I want to bring this up because we have covered a few news before where we discuss how people are a bit racist and stuff in Singapore. And I think this goes the complete opposite direction. If anything, it fosters racial harmony lah. So I want to show you all a few comments on the TikTok post. Here's the first one.
There's no way there's negative one.
No, all positive.
Yeah lah.
Okay, so he's saying we should all enjoy the movie, full on racial harmony vibes and stuff like that. The rest of the comments are from non-Indians. So people are showing support also. Here we have a Malay guy. Oh my god, I can't wait to watch. Here we have a Chinese girl, Angelica. Last night my dad was the only one, so her dad went to watch lah. Here we have Yusuf. He's saying he also wants to watch. And we even have a Burmese girl, or maybe guy, also wants to watch Telepathy VJ. So it shows that, like what we have discussed, what you all agree with and all, this kind of media transcends race. It puts us all on that same page where we can appreciate and maybe connect with each other differently.
Yeah.
But can I ask the dancing part, right? Is it only during like the song and dance in the movie?
Yeah lah.
Oh, okay. You'll be so damn annoying.
No, 2 hours everyone party. Oh shit.
The guy killed the guy, then they
But like I feel that I will watch any movie, right, as long as it is good.
Okay. So this one we don't know whether good or not. You wanna go and find out?
Not really.
Sorry.